Wow.
I think we are live. Cool.
Yep.
Awesome.
All right. If you guys are watching this stream, that means you are either the first one on YouTube and you've been waiting for this, which we appreciate you, or you're going back in the VOD and you're watching it. Welcome to Halftime Takes. I'm Max. I'm your host. I'm here with 4 other TikTok creators right now: Ryan, Roundup, Kieran, and King Cheesy. Some other guys that will be joining us in the future are 440, Tunji, and a couple other guys that you know of. If you want a special guest on here, you want one of your favorite creators to come on the Half Takes show on YouTube, comment down below that they can come on, or mention them in TikTok, and we'll get them on here. Today, we're going to go over some couple things that I wanted to go over personally, that being the All-Pro snubs, who was on the list in general. I wasn't super impressed with the list. I thought you kind of did the bare minimum, but it wasn't phenomenal. We're going to go over playoff predictions, wildcard matchups, and then finally, we're going to talk about some news out of Minnesota where Kirk Cousins might be leaving the Vikings, which is a little interesting. So we're going to go over that. First show we're going to go over, or first game we're going to go over today is going to be Kansas City and the Steelers. My Steelers. I don't want to be the first one to talk about it because I'm biased, so I'll let you guys go first. Ryan, do you want to start us out with this game?
It's pretty obvious. I would think. It's the Chiefs. They're gonna shit on you guys. I'm sorry. I don't really see a case unless it's like the weather's super bad or something, but that's not gonna happen. So yeah, the Chiefs are gonna take this one pretty easily. The spread is, I think, 16 points. I might take the under. It's 12 and a half. Yeah. Whatever it is, I'm gonna take the under because I think the Steelers are going to get blown out. So.
Oh, for sure. I think the Steelers are definitely getting blown out. The only way I see the Steelers keeping it close is if Najee Harris has a legacy game. And I mean, this man's got to go for like 250 if they want to have a chance.
And he's not even healthy. That's the only way
I can see it. Exactly.
He's not even healthy. Yeah, that's crazy.
Exactly. Like, it's just, I don't feel good. That Steelers defense, man, against the Chiefs offense, we've already seen it once. I think we're going to see it again.
It hurts me to think about it because I really want my Steelers to pull a dub. Like, it would be amazing for us to get a dub on Ben's farewell tour, but like, if we're being real, like there's like literally a 1% chance that we win that game. And that hurts me really deeply to say that because it's true.
And what Ben said, was that actually real? Like what he said?
Yeah, that was real. Yeah, that was real.
Yeah, that was real.
I'm sorry, but that's such a bad mindset. Like you can't say that. I don't know.
But no, then again, they have nothing to like lose. And so like y'all are saying that they're going to smack. I think it would be close. I think the Steelers could cover the spread. I don't think because Kansas City's not a good covering team. Let's not forget about that. They're not good at covering, but I mean they're going to fight for Ben. Like I think Kansas City's going to get like it's going to be close at first, but then they pull out at the end. I see them winning by double digits, but I don't see them winning by 13. I see them winning by like 10 to 11. 12 points. If that.
Just every time I think about the game, I go back to that.
Big Ben this year has 7 like comeback wins, like in the fourth quarter, and so they play better in the second half than they do in the first half. Now the thing is, they can't score points. That is the thing; they can't score points. So I might actually take the under of their points in the first half, but in the second half, they can. They might get a 1 or 2. But yeah, I'm in agreement with y'all. I think the Chiefs win this game for sure.
Okay. Yeah, the spread is very big. So, like, I will say that.
As a diehard Steelers fan, in 2 games that Patrick Mahomes has played the Steelers, he's thrown 950 yards, 9 touchdowns, 0 picks, and almost a perfect passer rating. Do you really think I believe that the Steelers are going to win? Yes, I do, actually. Anyway, but we're not winning. We're probably going to lose. It's going to be a Dan Marino situation where he loses 62-7 in his last home game. I just have no confidence in Ben Roethlisberger anymore. Like, it's in Arrowhead. The only way this game will be close if it snows like ridiculously and teams just have to run the ball because like it'll be so bad passing. I have no faith in this team unless TJ Watt gets like 25 sacks in one game, and that's it.
There's literally like a 0% chance that the Steelers score more than probably 30 points. And I think for us to win, we'd have to score like 38 to 45 points, like somewhere in there, right? Like there's no way that we hold the Chiefs to less than 30 points with how bad this defense has been over the past 10 weeks. Like I think there was a span from weeks like 9 through 14. Kieran, correct me if I'm wrong, but weren't we like the worst run defense in football from that time span or something like that?
Since 2000, we were actually the worst run defense since 2000.
Oh my god,
That's really insane.
Woo!
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
But the good
especially
thing the
'cause
Chiefs aren't a
we have
running
Cam
team.
Hayward and TJ Watt. I mean, the worst run defense. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, that just shows like how bad our run defense is
And I
in
think
terms of like, our
everybody is
linebackers.
also-
good thing is though, we're number 1 in sacks, and we're like top 5 in takeaways. So that's why our defense hasn't fully collapsed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
I
thing is
do
though,
think-
every
Go
time
ahead.
I think about this game, I think about when they played not too long ago, just a few weeks ago, 36-10, December 26th.
And
That
listen,
was literally 2 weeks ago.
listen, Tyreek Hill had 3 catches that game for 19 yards or like 20 yards. Travis Kelce didn't play, and they still blew us out by 26.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is true.
But
Yeah.
I think
now
everybody's rooting against the Steelers too, because everybody
um,
wanted to see Justin Herbert. Nobody
Tyreek
wants to see
Hill
Big Ben.
is playing with like a sprained heel now, and Travis Kelce's playing with a hip injury. But I still think it's going to be a blowout. Like,
I would love for the Steelers to win. Like it would make me very happy.
yeah,
And I would lose
It
my
was
mind.
in
And,
Arrowhead last game too, right?
it was an
Yeah, it was
Arrowhead,
in
I think.
Arrowhead.
It was an Arrowhead.
You guys-
Yeah. It would be cool, like if we won the game, and I'm gonna make a TikTok saying we're gonna win. Just to be clear, I'm gonna make
yeah,
that
I'm
because
doing a wee hooping thing.
I'm gonna make that. Like I'm gonna 100% make a TikTok saying that we're gonna win, but I know in my head that it's not gonna happen. Like there's nothing we could do. Like I don't think there's any way that somehow, some way, like Big Ben throws for 400 plus yards and a couple like he won't even get 250 probably. And Najee Harris is injured. Our O-line is horrible. I think Melvin Ingram is gonna have a insane game against us because it's a revenge game for him. Like there's no way we can win with a dub there.
There was this reporter that said these are the 3 ways that the Steelers can win. Somehow Andy Reid benches Patrick Mahomes the first quarter. 2, Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce just die on the field. And 3, the O-line just like doesn't block for their quarterback. That's
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if none of that came true. So yeah.
The Steelers had a magical season, though. They weren't supposed to be here. I saw
yeah,
a
we
lot
weren't
of
even
others.
supposed to be here.
I
No,
saw
I
a lot
agree.
of TikTok creators having them last in the division, having them win 6 games. Shows that Mike Tomlin's a very good coach. That team don't lose ball games. They're not a losing team. Like they might not be good, but they're not going to
We
be
don't play
bad
pretty
either.
football around the Steelers.
No,
Yeah.
The last 2 years.
the football team for the Steelers, like, is a perfect match for the city of Pittsburgh. Like, literally,
Yeah.
like how they played, like blue collar, like hard working, not very flashy, but gets the job done.
I agree.
It's actually like so painful to watch because the 9 wins we haven't had a double-digit win this year, and
Yeah.
I'm just like, there's just no way. Like we would have to hold the Chiefs to like 12 points to win. Like
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Let's give our score prediction on this game, and then let's move on to the Bills versus the Patriots after that. Ryan, what's your score prediction?
32. No. That's too random. We'll go 28. We'll go 28-10. That's
Okay.
yeah. I think that's fair.
Okay. Devin?
I'm hitting it with a 35-11.
damn.
Jesus.
35-11. That's a scoregami, ain't it?
That's gotta be a score guy.
Gotta be.
I guess I will go 20. I'll go 24-14.
Okay, that's more realistic. All right, Kieran.
Do you want me to give my sarcastic prediction or my real prediction?
You gotta
Your
give it
real
real-
your real
Okay.
prediction.
31-10.
My bad.
You can put that back up.
31-10 Steelers, but no.
31-10 Steelers. Okay, yeah, I'm right there with Kieran. I'm gonna say 38-14 Steelers, or not Steelers. 38-14 Chiefs. I think it'll be an absolute blowout. I think maybe Big Ben has 2 touchdowns. I think one of them will be
Okay.
Najee Harris, and then
Listen, I think. All right, listen. I think it'll be close in the first like half, and then they'll just run away with it. Like they'll just like score a lot of points in the second half.
I don't think it'll be close like right away. I think it'll be too loud. I think the game will either start with Big Ben throwing a pick or Najee Harris has his first fumble of the season because his elbow is jacked up, something like that. And then the Chiefs go down and score, and it's 14-0 with like 6 or 7 minutes left in the first quarter. And then the game just like gets slowed down by them running the ball more. And then Big Ben scores once or twice, so he doesn't go out doing nothing. And then the Chiefs should run away with it. I think honestly, the last drive of the game, Patrick Mahomes might not even be in. They'll be up by so much. So
Yeah.
What if
That's
the
what I
Steelers
think.
Win? What if they win? Like,
Oh,
That ruins
no.
everything. That ruins
If the
everything.
Steelers win, Patrick Mahomes is gonna get flamed so bad.
No matter how
Yeah.
he
It
plays.
will
I
be
feel like
as
the only way
bad
they lose
as
is
Aaron
if
Rodgers got
bad.
flamed for losing to the 9-7 Giants when they were 15-1.
I
It'll
mean,
be that bad.
if the Steelers
Yeah.
win, I have to post an apology video because I've been so down on the Steelers
Yeah.
like since the offseason. I
Roundup,
would
you're
have
not
to.
Yeah.
wrong.
Oh shit, my bad.
Come on, you're
Yeah,
not wrong.
My
right.
fault.
You're good. All right, let's go into the Bengals versus the Raiders.
Another fun one.
Ooh,
Another fun
I'm
one.
actually
Yeah,
excited for this game.
I'm
I like this
excited
game as
for it.
well. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll start us out. I'll give my prediction first. Does anybody know the weather? Hold on this game because I heard that it might be
It's
snowing.
supposed to be crappy.
Okay,
Where's it at?
so
Yeah, it's in Cincinnati.
so
right?
I have two. I see this game going one of two ways. One, the weather's fine, they can play normal football, and the Bengals win by 2+ touchdowns. I think it'll be that kind of game. Or the weather is really crappy, and the Raiders win in maybe the most boring playoff game in NFL history. Because I think if the weather's really crappy and we can't see anything out of either team that's like super like any deep passes out of Derek Carr or any electric like plays out of Jamar Chase or T. Higgins, then I think it'll be one of those games where like Joe Mixon has 25 carries, 30 carries for like 80 yards. Josh Jacobs goes for like 100 yards on like 25 carries and 2 touchdowns, and it'll be a super boring game. If the weather's bad, I think the Raiders win by 3 to 10 points. If the weather's good, I think the Bengals win by 2+ touchdowns. That's my
Well, did you
prediction.
see that stat? Like Derek Carr is like I think winless like when he plays in like freezing cold or something
he
like
really?
that.
Yeah, Carr's got
Yeah.
a terrible record when it comes
He's
to
got a
Really?
terrible
so
record.
He is terrible in the cold. So that's the thing to factor in. If anything, I kind of like the Bengals regardless what the weather's like. The only thing is people forget that the pass rush for the Raiders gave Burrow fits in the regular season matchup. And I think Max Crosby and the boys, because the Bengals offensive line, I mean, it's still kind of mid. Like, it's still kind of mid. It's not – it's better than it was the year before, but still kind of mid. And if they can get to Burrow, they got a shot. But the thing is, Joe Burrow shows up in big games. He just shows up in big games. Like, when it matters most, when all the lights are on Joe Burrow, he just shows up. And Jamar Chase – like, I can see the game being close, and then the momentum happens. Joe Burrow probably hits a deep shot to either T. Higgins or Jamar Chase, and then the momentum gets going. And Cincinnati gets their first playoff win in over 30 years. I see them winning this game. But I think it starts off slow, like Max said. I think it could be a very boring game, and then there's that one play, that one explosive play, and it just opens it up. And the Raiders, they are a team of destiny. You know, a lot of people counted them out. They really weren't supposed to be here, so they're going to be fired up. They're going to be ready for this game, and I think everyone in the Raiders are hearing a lot of people like us take the Bengals. But at the end of the day, like, I just don't trust Carr in the cold weather, man. I'm just ride the trend. I'm going to ride the trend.
It sucks because I think everybody is like, if these teams weren't playing each other, I feel like everybody would be rooting for these teams, like, unless you're a fan of a team that's in the playoffs.
For sure.
So that kind of sucks, especially with Derek Carr. That whole team has been through so much stuff, and the fact that they're even
in the playoffs
competing to win this game is crazy.
I made a preseason prediction on the Raiders where I like had a tier list where I was like, these teams will be competing for the #1 overall pick. These teams will be like 4 to 6 wins, and I had the Raiders in competing for the #1 overall pick this year.
Yeah,
and I thought they were going to be horrible.
Same.
Bulls team
and,
like bottom 5 teams.
And let's be clear though, the only reason they're good is because of Derek Carr.
Oh,
that's literally it.
Max Crosby's.
I'll give Max Crosby.
Max Crosby
Max
was
Crosby gets
terrible,
credit.
wasn't he? Or like,
Yeah. Max Crosby too.
Yeah. They just have they've had like a lot of free agent signings that have just played out really well. Like Yannick Ngakoue was really good. The Max Crosby pick made up for the Cleveland Farrell pick. That pick looks worse every single year that goes by.
Dude, Alex Leatherwood is horrible as well.
Yeah, that was brutal. Henry Ruggs, obviously.
Dude, everyone knew that Alex Leatherwood was a bad pick, though. That's what doesn't make sense to me. It's like, I don't understand why these like NFL GMs are trying to be like woke with their picks. Like, no one would hate you if you just took the best player available. Like, it's not
exactly.
I'm
you
just
know what I mean?
confused how the Raiders are 10-7.
Yeah.
And with their $10 million coach,
Listen,
you know.
They did a lot of it without Darren Waller, too.
This game is weird because it basically like boils down to who do I trust more, Joe Burrow or Derek Carr?
Yeah.
Joe Burrow's second year in the league, and Derek Carr, I think he can win big games, like especially this year. I think this is gonna be a 1-point game. Like, I think the Raiders are gonna squeak by.
You think
Because-
the Raiders
Really?
are interesting?
Because the thing is, I can see the Bengals winning in the blowout, but I know that Derek Carr can keep this team close, and that pass rush can give Joe Burrow fits. I think the Raiders can like squeak out if they stop Jamar Chase in that receiving core, because that
Yeah.
secondary is
But who can stop that receipt? That like
the Jets.
I don't know how good the secondary is for the Raiders off the top of my head. If
No,
someone could,
Trayvon
like,
Muller's been really
It's
good.
not good.
Damon
You got
Arnett
Trayvon
led the
Mullerig
team.
who's played really
Hayward
good,
wasn't
but
bad
Hayward's
this
been
year,
good.
but he's like an
that's it,
average
right?
corner.
Like that's it. Just Trayvon
that's pretty
Mullerig.
much it. And
Casey
Casey
Hayward.
Hayward hasn't been
Casey
terrible.
Hayward's not bad,
But
but he's
let's
just
be
David Arnett got
but let's be real though. Like nobody can guard Jamar
None of
Chase.
them are on
And
the caliber of
I would
Jamar Chase or T.
and I would probably even I'd probably even say no one can guard T Higgins. Like if it was just Tyler Boyd, maybe yeah. But like it's not. Tyler Boyd's the wide receiver 3. Like I see no reason.
Receiver 1. He was
Yeah.
the receiver 1, and now
I
he's
know.
the receiver 3.
Because that's
And-
how good they are.
Well, I'm pretty sure that the Raiders' run defense has been really, really good. So we'll have to see how.
But also too though, like if they're cooking them deep and they're cooking them in the passing game,
Yeah.
the run defense can't like perform to the same
Yeah.
Which means
level.
Joe Mixon could even have a good
Which
day.
Which means Joe Mixon could eat
Also,
too.
the way that the Raiders going to keep this close is if Josh Jacobs shows up. If he shows up, like he has 150 yards, this game is going to be a one-score game. Like
Because Josh Jacobs, when he's
But
when
the
he's,
thing
when
is,
he's in his
though,
bag, he's so good.
the thing about Josh Jacobs is you like the Raiders play calm. Like they throw the ball more than they run it. Like
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so I mean it
when
depends.
he gets the ball,
But
he's
they
really
might
good.
be because of the weather. They might have to run the ball more. So like yes, if he's able to get over 100 yards, even 150, and they're forced to run the ball because of the weather, then yeah, they'll have a chance. But still, at the end of the day, like you know that they're just going to ride the hand of the person who got them there, and that's Derek Carr, and they should. They should, like, because he carried that team to the playoffs.
I don't know. I don't agree that this is gonna be a good game. I know you guys might all think it's gonna be a great game, but I think the Bengals win this, and I think it's gonna be in a rout. I don't trust the Raiders. They've been up and down all season. Yeah, they've been up a little bit now, but they were up a little bit in the beginning of the season too. Then they went down. I think it's gonna happen again. I think the lights are gonna be too big for him. I don't think Derek Carr is gonna do well in the cold. I got the Bengals by at least 10 plus. At least 10 plus.
I got the Raiders.
Hold on, you guys want to say hi to Tunji real quick? 'Cause-
Hey,
What's
up,
good?
Tunji?
What's good?
What's
What's good,
up, bro?
everybody?
Dolphins hoodie.
But I got the Raiders 27-26 on a Daniel Carlson field goal.
Okay, that's fair.
Tunji, right now we're going over the Raiders Bengals game.
Just
Welcome
listen to
in.
your
I
thoughts.
know
Who do you guys
Derek
got?
Carr is a guy that can keep his game team close. I just know
Yeah.
like
I think all of us have the Bengals except for Kieran here,
Yeah, that's what I was
right?
saying.
yeah, I mean, I'm just maybe a little petty because I'm a Steelers fan. And but
Yeah.
the
Well,
Steelers
no, I mean
the Bengals have
the-
not won a playoff game in 30 years. Like
that's the thing. That's
Yeah.
the trend.
Yeah, but they haven't had Joe Burrow in 30 years though. Joe Burrow's that guy.
yeah, but like they've had good quarterbacks. They've had like Andy Dalton,
Carson Palmer.
To be fair, though, the Raiders haven't won a playoff
Boomer
game in 19
Esiason,
years.
like-
So I mean,
that's
they're
true.
both on big droughts. But let's hear Tunji's thoughts. Let's hear your thoughts, Tunji.
I'm not gonna lie. I can see why the Raiders would win. They've been playing really good football. It's like weird football they've been playing. Like defensively, their front seven has been looking pretty fluid. I feel like the X factor is gonna be the defense, the defensive forward backs, like the cornerbacks and the safeties against the Bengals wide receivers.
Yeah.
If the Raiders wide receivers, or excuse me, the Raiders defensive backs can maybe contain them a little bit, I think the Raiders can win. But if I was a betting man, I'd probably say the Bengals are gonna win by 6 points.
Yeah, it'll probably be
The
a one-score
spread's
game.
5.5. The spread's 5.5. That's right
It
on.
is.
Mm-hmm.
The spread's 5.5.
I feel like
First
I
of all-
can't see the Raiders losing by a touchdown, more than a touchdown, 10 points. I don't see that happening. Derek Carr is a very formidable quarterback too, so I feel like it's gonna be a close game.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
I love
Is that everyone's
Let's
thoughts on
let's all give our exact score prediction. We did this with the Chiefs Steelers game. Tunji, before we do that though, what's your score prediction for the Chiefs Steelers game?
I'm gonna go 34 to 17.
Okay.
I like that score prediction actually. That's all right for my Steelers. We did all right if we split up 17.
Yeah,
Like
it's
17
just
points against the
17's
Chiefs.
tough though. 17's
it's
tough.
tough. I just think that since Melvin Ingram's been on the Chiefs, man, they've been playing
Yeah.
way different. They look like a
That's what I
different
said.
defense.
For sure.
That's what I said. I was like, I think it's gonna be a revenge game for Melvin Ingram since he was on the Steelers and didn't get any playing time.
You want to
True.
give us your Bengals score
Yeah,
prediction?
start us out with the Bengals Raiders. What do you think about that game? What do you think the score will be?
Me?
Yeah.
I think I'll put my money in my mouth. Is 21-27 Bengals.
It's a good score. Good score. Good score. What
I
about you,
think the
Mac?
Bengals get it done.
I think this game is going to be a blowout. I don't think the weather is going to affect Joe Burrow. I don't think it'll be that bad. I think it's not going to be close. I think everyone thinks the Raiders could have all this heart and all that, but I don't think anybody can keep up with this Bengals offense right now. I think Joe Burrow throws for 400 yards, 5 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns, has a masterclass performance, and they win. I'm going to go ahead and say like 42-17. Like
Damn.
In a playoff game?
I thought
Yeah,
I was big
yeah.
on the Bengals.
Brutal.
yeah.
If
Like,
they do
yeah.
win in that, let's just say they win in that fashion. Are we calling them like one of the best teams in the playoffs?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, I think we are.
42
Yeah.
points on a game like this.
Yeah.
Come on, like that,
Yeah.
that's insane.
I'm
Yeah,
not
I'm-
even gonna lie. I think if Joe Burrow finds a way to get this AFC Championship, I think it's gonna be like the Mahomes effect, where everyone was like, "Oh my God, like this guy's gonna be the next best thing since sliced bread."
Yeah.
And
that's
the
true.
teams around him. I mean, Jamar Chase is. We know. I know how Max feels about him. He's like a top 3, damn near top 5 wide receiver. T. Higgins is like he's a borderline top 15 talent. CJ Uzuma is like a really like underrated tight end. Like they have a whole squad with them, and then Joe Mixon. I mean, we'll just talk about
And like all these players are so young, so this team really
Exactly.
could be so
They
good.
just got to
so
improve
long.
on that offensive line, though. So.
And they
That's
have
it,
Yeah.
though. That's
have-
really it, though.
They have a
Yeah.
bunch of cap space as well. So like if they can
Yeah.
get like a free agent, like some sort of
Hey,
like,
them getting
defensive lineman,
Hendrickson was a very great move too.
big. Yeah.
Big
Hendrickson
move.
and Hubert, right?
Yeah.
Two boys.
I don't think we'll talk about it a little later. But I don't think Trey Henderson should be an All-Pro. That's just me, though.
Nick
I
Bosa,
think he should be a Pro
obviously.
Bowler, but not an All Pro. Yeah, I agree with
Yeah.
that too.
I don't know. All right, let's move on to the next game.
Hold on,
Let's.
did they
Yeah,
say
we still
theirs?
got a couple.
Oh, I
couple
thought you guys did. Okay, wait.
No, we
Cheesy,
haven't done our
Kieran.
predictions.
Okay, go ahead and give your guys a score prediction real quick.
Okay, give me 35 to 28 Bengals.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll go up one. I'll say 42-35. I think this game
Okay.
is going to be super close. So what about
Okay.
you, Kieran?
That's the over.
Literally.
Listen, I know you guys are high scoring and all. I think it's going to be a little less scoring. I'm going 27-24 Raiders.
Okay. Yeah.
I think his first 27 wins the game, man. The weather's going to be a huge factor in that.
I feel like this is going to be a really fun game. We'll see.
Oh yeah,
I think
It's gonna be great.
I think all the games are going to be good except the Steelers game.
Well, there is one more game that might be less fun. Buccaneers versus Eagles. What do we
Okay,
think?
what do we think about Ben Roethlisberger's comment about what he said about they shouldn't expect them to win?
You don't have that mindset. That's such a bad thing to say.
Listen. I'm a Steelers fan. I think he was trying to hype up the own guys and like I don't know.
But
Maybe
that's not a good way to hype up. Your
I know.
team.
It's like,
Did-
but like you saw.
I know
Najee,
you saw what Najee Harris said when he was
Yeah,
like,
Najee was pissed.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, I'd be pissed too.
I would be pissed too. Claypool said something about it. He was pretty pissed off. Like,
Who cares what Claypool has to say?
I mean, he's a receiver in the NFL. Like,
I
don't
don't know. As a Steelers fan, like, I'm not like a huge Chase Claypool hater. Like, I will say he's done some pretty stupid things on the Steelers, but like I think if there's one player you don't really value what their opinion is on the Steelers, it's probably him. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
He hasn't done much. Like he went from a guy who had he had like 650, 700, 800 yards last year. He had the same amount of yards this year, but he only had 2 touchdowns. Like he really hasn't done
that's more on
anything all
players'
year.
side, you know.
I don't
Everybody knows how
know.
talented he is. I just feel like I can't get that what he did against the Vikings out of my
mean,
head.
like-
that thing is gonna stick with me for like a while.
I mean, at this point, I can just tell Ben doesn't give a shit anymore.
he doesn't.
He just
man.
wanted. He didn't even expect to be here.
You
Yeah.
saw the way he was
He
celebrating
was
when
crying.
he
He was crying 2 weeks ago against Cleveland, and he was like,
Win the
peace
home
out.
game.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like
Yeah, it seems like he's checked out. Maybe that's just me.
he
I'm
does,
ready to hang it
he
out.
does look worn out too. Like he does look.
I mean,
out.
could you guys blame him though? Like, I'm sure his body's beat up. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he came out after the season, similar like a Drew Brees kind of thing last year, where he's like, "Yeah, I have this injury, this injury, this injury, this injury."
Oh,
he's the
yeah.
most sacked quarterback of all time.
Well, and the way he moves, you can tell by the way he moves, he's got to be hurting. He moves like an old man in that pocket.
Stiff old man,
Literally.
bro.
Yeah.
He needs a cane when he runs, man.
He has 8 seasons where he's at least been sacked 38 times.
That's brutal. What is Joe Burrow at though? Like 51? He could break that record.
51.
Yeah.
Well,
Ben was sacked 52 times this season.
We could talk about the Steelers and Big Ben being old as heck forever. Let's move on to the next game. Let's talk about Bucks Eagles. Is there much to say here? Like I've seen people taking the
Oh,
Eagles.
hell yeah, there is.
No,
I think there
get
is something.
out.
I think
There's
there's something to say about this game. I think
Get
there
out of
is.
here.
There's nothing to say.
Listen,
Yeah,
All right, look.
Listen,
Tunji, I'm sorry, man. This game's
with
not
the
going to be
amount of
close, bro.
injuries-
No,
with the
I
amount
definitely
of
disagree with that.
injuries,
It's definitely going to be close, bro.
I know Tom Brady is there. He's probably the most important player on that team. Even with the injuries, I think it's going to be a close game, but like I think it's going to be a 10-point game.
I got a
At,
question.
at that.
The Bucs are gonna win.
How? Okay. Tell me what is so like. Okay, everyone talks about this Eagles run game, right? But people don't realize they're playing the best run defense in the NFL.
Yeah.
That's what I was
also
about to
guard
say.
But
that
they still gave them
Levante
like
David.
a good amount of yards when they
Mhm.
played, like when I guess, right? And then
Mhm.
Well,
the thing
here's
about it is that like the way I see this game is going to be like the Redskins, or excuse me, the Washington football team and the Buccaneers, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
You know how
God.
like no one gave Taylor Heineke a chance to win that game, and it was actually like a decent game until like they just didn't get the last conversion, right?
Yeah.
I'm not expecting the Eagles to win this game, but what I am expecting to see is Jalen Hurts show that he can like play in a playoff moment like this.
Okay.
Well, here's a stat for you too. While the Bucks are the number one run defense, they actually give up the most yards to rushing quarterbacks. So
Interesting.
expect Jalen Hurts to get loose a couple of times, because we saw with Heineke last year in the postseason, he was able to get loose and make plays against that Bucks defense. But at the end of the day, you shouldn't have to run your quarterback 20, 30 times to win a playoff game.
Oh, that's
And-
not gonna happen. I mean,
And it's not.
the way
Yeah, and it's not gonna
the way I
happen. But
see
that's,
it, bro, is that like the only way the Eagles have a chance to win this game is if Miles Sanders gets going, right? Like that's the
Yeah.
only way they're gonna have a chance to win this game, right?
But the thing is, the Eagles, like, I just don't. I think this game is going to be close, because I think there's supposed to be bad weather too. But the thing is, I don't like this matchup for the Eagles. You got the number one run offense against the number one run defense, and the Bucks' run defense has been stout. Vita Vea and them boys have been absolutely incredible. The thing is, I would like the matchup more for the Eagles if they were a bigger threat in the passing game. And I like Jalen Hurts. I think he's a good quarterback. I really do. And he's like proved people wrong before. But I just don't think that the Eagles match up well. Like, if they have to rely on Jalen Hurts carving them up, maybe he can. But
I
like,
kind of disagree.
you know what they
with
say about
that.
underdogs, right?
I,
That's all I'm gonna say.
Listen. Levante David and Shaq Barrett are probably going to play in this game, but they're going to be hurt. Like, and like Shaq Barrett is their best defender, or Levante David. Like,
Yeah.
they're the two best defenders on the
Vita
team.
Vea.
And you guys gotta think about it, right?
No, he's third, I would say.
You guys gotta think about it. They had like a whole different team when they played us the first time. They don't have Chris Godwin. They don't have Antonio
Or
Brown
AB.
who like killed us.
But yeah,
Like, if
there's
Antonio
obvious
Brown's out
lack
there,
of
you know
talent.
what? It's probably gonna happen.
Mike Evans has been hurt too.
Yeah,
Say
Mike
what?
Evans is going to play with like a.
Mike Evans has been hurt.
Right? So I mean, like, I think
Leonard
Darius
Fournette.
Slay against Mike Evans is gonna tell a lot of this story, right? Because I mean, Darius Slay, he's the best in single coverage, right? So if he can really do what he did last time against him, I would hope Gronk could get going, bro, and Cameron break. Because if they don't, then it's gonna be a long game for the Buccaneers.
Well, that's what I wanted to touch on.
That's actually a really good point though. Like I don't. There's no AB. There's no Chris Godwin.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah.
Leonard
We
Fournette.
made the
What I was
game
gonna
close
say is,
last time.
Rojo
We actually started
sucks.
to put a couple
Fournette-
times.
He does
Doesn't
not
play.
suck. He doesn't suck. He doesn't suck.
Yes, he does.
Rojo kind
horrible.
of sucks.
No,
Rojo
Rojo
kind
kinda
of
sucks,
sucks.
He
bro.
just-
I'm not
Rojo-
gonna-
last year
Rojo
was
sucks.
so
By
good.
the way.
Rojo sucks. Not only does Rojo suck though, like Mike Evans has been hurt and he's playing against Darius Slay, who's been a top 5 corner this year. Like
Yeah.
who's Tom Brady gonna throw? Is Tom Brady gonna run? He's
Well,
70 years
He's
old.
gonna throw
Well, he
it
has
to Cameron
Robert
Brady Gronk. If I was a betting man, I would probably take any like Gronk props. Like
That's
Oh,
what I
I
want
am.
to talk about the matchups,
I am.
because Cheesy was talking about saying he doesn't think it's a good matchup for the Eagles. I think it's a great matchup for the Eagles. Out of
This is
any
the
team they could have
perfect
played in the
matchup, bro.
NFC, this is the game they want. They're going against an injured Buccaneers team who last year played down to the Washington football team led by a very not that good quarterback in Taylor Heineke. And against it's just an injured team all around. They don't have people to throw to. Their defense is injured, so that they might have the number one rush defense, but those guys that help make that the number one rush defense are not there.
This
Now
game
I
is
still
like
think the Bucks are going to win, but like
just
if the
don't
Eagles can
trust- I
control
just
that
don't trust
clock
the
and they
Eagles
run the
pass
ball, control that clock, they have a real shot because their defense is legit.
And I don't think
You
people
know-
understand, like, this game is super narrative based, because if Tom Brady loses this game, can you
Exactly.
imagine? Can you imagine the narratives of, oh, he can't win
It'll
without a
be
supporting
huge.
cast?
Bro,
of
look, all I'm gonna say is
Huge.
before we close this thing out is that this game is gonna be. There's so much pressure on Jalen
Both
Hurts to win
sides.
this game too, right? More than Tom Brady, because what does Tom Brady have to prove, right? He's already won 6 rings, right? or 7
7.
rings now.
Well,
right?
no,
7.
because if he
So-
loses, then there's the whole narrative of he can't win without Belichick.
No.
He can't
And
win
it's like
without
proven.
the
And it's
core.
proven at that point, though.
Proven. And the thing with
Nah.
Jalen Hurts, everyone says every year he improves. Like every single time he gets on the big stage, he does good. Now this is like the ultimate test. Can he be
Exactly.
the greatest
If he can
quarterback
do
of all
good,
time?
he'll
arguably?
shut off the QB questions in the offseason.
This
And if he
game
has a
will-
good
this
performance,
game-
who knows he can win. I think
Yeah.
it's going to be a close game. Bucks are probably going to win, though.
Yeah, I
If
still got
he-
Bucks,
even
but I think
if-
it'll be close.
Even if he like, if Jalen Hurts puts up like 2 touchdowns, 200 yards, 50 rushing yards, no picks, and he just loses, he keeps his job.
Exactly.
I-
They don't
I-
close
he
off
should
any
keep his
quarterback
job
He
regardless.
should
constantly.
keep his job
No,
regardless.
no, no, no.
He should
I think if he has like a horrible performance, like I'm talking like 2-3 picks, a fumble, no touchdowns, 150 yards, like I would not be surprised they take a quarterback. In the,
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't
I
think
would be
it's
surprised
probably
they
Okay,
just
okay,
Yeah,
hold
I
on,
wouldn't-
hold on, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on, because this is the thing that the Dolphins' problem has been. Okay, as a Dolphins fan, like, who are you going to get? Who are you going to get that's better? Like,
Pickett.
Okay, who?
Pickett. Can he pick it?
Matt Corral. Matt
At this
Corral, I'm
point-
telling you right now, is better than
No,
Jalen
I'm
Hurts.
telling you right now. I'm not
No,
getting into this
shut
quarterback
up.
class
Unless there's
coming
like
into the draft.
yeah.
Jalen Hurts, like, who? Like, I'm just saying, like, he's not bad, but like, who are you going to get that's better? You think if you put Kenny Pickett in there, your team's automatically going to be
Bro,
better?
there's nobody
people-
in this
some
draft
people
class
have
who's going to make
good-
the Eagles better next year.
Like, some
That's
people
exactly
have good leadership qualities. Like, Jalen Hurts, I think he's a great leader. I think he's a perfect person to lead that team. Like, I don't think they should get rid of him at all. Like,
And
if you're going to – the only way you should get rid of a quarterback, in my opinion, is if you know for certain there's a stud in the draft class and you hold the number 1 pick, or you know you can go and get like an Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes type caliber thing. And those players are far in between. Like, you know, some guys are just winners. They might not wow you with stats, but they win games. And so, like, I think there's just too many turnover in quarterback positions throughout the NFL entirely. So, like, I just think it'd be just a massive disservice to the Eagles if they got rid of Hurts, because if anything, I think they'll just go down. I think
Yeah.
they'll go downhill.
And all the quarterbacks in this class, if you're drafting a
They're
quarterback,
mid.
you're only drafting them off of their ceiling. So like you don't draft
Yeah.
them Malik Willis when your quarterback is already Jalen Hurts, who has a
Mhm.
great ceiling, like good rushing ability, good arm. I don't know. I feel like Jalen Hurts has done enough to keep his job for at least
It
a
doesn't.
year.
It doesn't. I don't feel like there's a lot of confidence in Jalen Hurts in that Eagles organization though in the
I
higher
don't
ups.
think there is either. It doesn't feel like
He'll
there is.
stay. He'll stay.
I think he'll stay too, but like I don't think his job is like 100% secured.
I feel
No,
like
his
the
job's
owner-
100%. Like, his job's 100% secure just from the fact that we're in the playoffs.
Yeah, that is.
I
Right.
feel like the owner doesn't like Jalen Hurts. I have no idea why.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
I don't know.
It's weird.
Let's do score predictions though. I'll go first. I think after hearing you guys talk about it, I'm a little less going towards like a huge blowout. I think it'll actually be a low scoring game. I think it's two kind of banged up, or one banged up team and one team that's not like that amazing of an offense. So I think, oh man, I think I'm gonna go 21-13 Bucks.
Okay, and just so nobody's confused, let's just go in order. So like from Max to
For
round
sure,
up,
for sure.
then Tunji to Kieran. So I'll go next, but I'll say 30-16. Why not? It's pretty even score, Bucks obviously, but
I'm going 19-17 Bucks.
okay. And then Tunji, you can go.
24-16 Bucks.
Okay,
A lot of field goals in there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
cheesy.
I got 28-24 Buccaneers.
Okay.
It's gonna be a sloppy game. I'm gonna go on a limb. It's gonna be like 17-3 Bucks.
Oh, wow.
Wow,
17
that'd
to
be
3.
a bad game.
That might be a Jalen Hurts getting fired game.
Well,
That's how
someone
that
did
goes.
comment saying 30-mile-per-hour winds and pouring rain. So
Yep.
if that's true,
But-
that's true.
Yeah, I don't know the weather
Yeah.
report, so I don't know if that. Yeah, I think then it'll probably be a run first game, and the Eagles could actually win if it's going to be a game that.
I just don't think they'll be able to run on the Bucks.
I hope
just
they
don't.
win. I want to see Brady get shit on. That'd make me happy.
Dude, if
That-
Brady
that-
if Brady lost, I think the narrative of Aaron Rodgers being the GOAT is like almost like confirmed. To them.
especially
But-
if he wins the Super Bowl this year and an MVP, it's
Yeah.
wrapped. Like
Yeah, it is
Nothing's ever
rough.
going to change who's the greatest quarterback of all time.
It's
It's
Rodgers.
I
Tom
want
Brady.
to say
Quit
one more
lying to
thing
yourself.
too, right?
Quit lying to yourselves.
Remember
Actually, Joe
when
Montana.
the Titans went against the Patriots, and
Yeah.
the Patriots had the number 1 run defense that year, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Well, that's Derrick Henry. We're talking about Jalen Hurts.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like they still have, if they know they're gonna run the ball, then line
Yeah.
up, right?
Yeah,
Line
that's
up
true.
9 people in the box if you're that
It's
confident.
easy to say that, but it's like Derrick Henry is a different. He's a literal
It's
yeti.
Derrick
Like,
Henry. And
yeah.
I'm pretty sure he threw a touchdown pass that game, too. Like,
Literally an alien from outer space.
Real
Yeah.
quick, I just want to mention something. In the earlier game this season, in Week 6, the Eagles averaged a little over 5 yards a carry. So
Oh, wow.
I think they're going to run the ball on the Buccaneers, in my opinion. I think they're going to do it. It's going to depend on their defense, whether they can stop Brady.
Jalen Hurts is the number 1 RPO quarterback in the league right now by the analytics. So it's a chance, man. It's a small chance, but we'll see.
It is a small chance.
What game do we have next?
Let's go over Bills Pats. Bills Pats. I'll go ahead and start us out. I'm just gonna make a real bold claim, okay? And I think this one we can go over this game. We're gonna go over this game for the next 5 minutes. We gotta go somewhat quick here because we got a bunch of stuff to cover. But I'm gonna give us 5 minutes to go over this. I'm gonna tell you my score prediction, how the game's doing right now. I promise you this is correct, okay? Josh Allen is going to throw for 350 yards and rush for 75 yards and a touchdown. He's going to throw 3 picks. They're going to blow out the Patriots. They're going to destroy the Patriots. It's not even going to be a close game at all. I
agree.
The Bills are going to win by 3+ touchdowns by over 21 points. Mac Jones is not going to do anything. They'll have 1 touchdown and 1 turnover and 178 yards exactly. Come back to this.
The Bills are going to blow out the Patriots. I do not see it being close. Mac Jones is a fraud. The Patriots are frauds. The Bills are going to win in a blowout.
Okay. You can't do that to Bill Belichick in the playoffs. You got to give him some credibility.
Is so good under cold weather. I'm
about to say the only way I see the Patriots winning this is if they pass with Mac Jones 3 times like they did in the snow.
No, you're not giving
that happens,
credit.
mate.
You're not giving
it that. But bro, it's Bill Belichick. Josh Allen. The problem with Josh Allen, he's been inconsistent as hell this year. We don't know if we're going to get what Max is saying or we're going to get who's a quarterback, like a Ben Roethlisberger performance. Of Josh Allen.
I think they're going to hit their stride. I think the Bills are going to hit their stride here in the playoffs.
See it. I don't see it with the Patriots, man.
I agree. I'm going to pick the Bills, but I do think that the Patriots are going to give them a big run for their money.
If they do beat the Patriots, Josh Allen's gonna be shaky. I don't think he's gonna blow the crap out of the Patriots. It's not gonna happen. But if they win next round and they play the Titans, I'd see him hitting his stride. But
so what I'm gonna say here is I hope Max and Roundup are right because my friends have been buying into the Mac Jones hype. They've been buying in it. They said, "Oh, he's gonna be Brady. They're gonna win the Super Bowl. Give me the Patriots." Y'all saying frauds. However, to say it, I'm taking the Patriots to win this ball game. I'm going to do it.
It's not a crazy take. It's not a crazy take.
It's not a crazy take.
I will take it. You know why? One, because Bill Belichick. I have been critical of Bill Belichick because everyone thinks that Brady's success is ultimately because Bill Belichick. But if you look before Belichick had Brady, he had a losing record and he had 1 playoff appearance or 1 playoff.
When you coach with the Browns, it's very
somebody brought up a good point in the comments.
I don't care. And then last year they had a losing season too. And you want to make excuses for Belichick. I get it, whatever. But the reason why I'm going with the Patriots is it's going to be a cold game. I don't know what the wind's going to be, but the Bills' run defense hasn't been too good, and the Patriots can run the ball. Mac Jones has been carried by a great run game this year, and so if Mac Jones doesn't turn it over, the Patriots kind of do what Roundup was saying that the Eagles will do, control clock, be able to run on them. I think it'll be a slow game, slow-paced game. I like the under. The under is my favorite bet of the whole weekend for this game. It's under 44. It's cold. Pound on them, boys. Damian Harris scores a touchdown, and I think the Patriots win by a field goal, a game-winning field goal. I don't think it'd be a blowout on either end, and I think 4.5 points is a lot of points to give Bill Belichick in the playoffs. You got to give him some respect. You got to give them some respect, and I'm going to go with the Patriots because of wild card. What I know about the wild card, there is going to be upsets. All the favorites can't win, and this is one of my favorite ones for an upset right here. Give me the Patriots.
Okay. Fair enough. What do you think, Tunji?
I think the game could be a copy and paste of the Bills and Colts game last year in Buffalo.
Yeah.
I can see Mac Jones definitely making a couple plays where it's damn, he really extended the drive, right? So I think the Bills win. I don't think they dominate the Patriots because the Patriots defense is still really good. Plus, I haven't liked the way the Bills have been playing. That Falcons game was kind of worrying me a little bit, how they couldn't close that game out. I'm gonna say off a limb that I think Devin Singletary's gonna have a great game. I think it's gonna be really kind of because the Patriots have a good defense, but I think Devin Singletary, he's been running the ball really well these last couple of weeks. I think he has 90 yards, a touchdown. I think he has 30 yards receiving. I'm gonna say Josh Allen throws 2 touchdowns, one to Dawson Knox and Gabriel Davis. I think they win 20. I like 27-20. I don't think the Patriots get blown out, but I think they get a garbage time touchdown and they can't get the onside kick.
Okay, cool. Who hasn't gone? Who hasn't spoke their mind?
I think
Yeah,
we
it was
can do
everyone.
score predictions now. Yeah.
Let's just
Kieran,
do
I do
score
mine.
predictions.
Let's go
It-
31-28 Bills. Sure.
Okay. Does anybody know? Because I see the comments. Is the weather the same as it was last time?
Yeah,
It's
people are
going to
saying
be
it's gonna
cold,
be
but not
negative.
snowy.
It's gonna be cold. It's gonna be really cold.
Is it
Honestly,
raining though?
I'm gonna change
It's
it.
not supposed to snow, I don't think.
I'm gonna say 2017 Patriots. Mac Jones 220 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah.
So you're going Patriots?
I'm going Patriots.
Let's
Okay.
go.
Wow.
You guys are gonna hate my score prediction.
Okay, go ahead,
Go
Karen.
for it.
I think the Bills are gonna win 16-10.
Oof.
I don't hate that.
I don't-
I like the under, so
Yeah.
No, because like I just feel like listen, there's gonna be a lot of mistakes in this game. Like Josh Allen's just gonna I know Josh Allen's just gonna throw a boneheaded pass and like but like I just don't trust Mac Jones enough that I just think the Bills are just gonna pull away a little bit.
I
I'm
get that.
I'm going Bills 31-10.
Okay.
woo.
Do you guys
Yeah,
mind if I eat? Like,
No, we do not care. No, go ahead.
We do not know.
I'm gonna give my Mike Tomlin. Thank you for that meme. I'm gonna give my prediction.
Look who it is.
I said earlier. What's good, Zay?
What's up, boys?
Hey,
Zay, we're talking
good?
about the Bills Patriots. So I'll come to you after I give my score prediction. Then we'll move on to another game. But my
I didn't
score
say
prediction. Oh, okay. We'll go to you, Cheesy. Then Zay and Tunji. I don't think you said yours either. We'll do you last.
27-20.
Oh, you said 27-20. Okay. My score prediction, I said originally that they were going by 20. I did not realize it was going to be negative weather and very cold and rainy. So I'm actually gonna flip my script almost completely, and I'm with Kieran here. I think Josh Allen's gonna have a boneheaded game in the cold, and I think he'll throw like 2 picks, rush for 20 yards, and throw for like 175 and a touchdown. I still think they win though, but I think it's gonna be 13-7 Bills. I think Mac Jones has 0 touchdowns, 150 yards, if that, maybe not, maybe less. A Damian Harris touchdown. I think there's gonna be a missed field goal from Nick Folk. I think he retires after the game.
Jeez.
I'm
Okay.
going Patriots 13-10.
Okay. I'm going
Wow.
20-17.
I love all of those scores. That's crazy. So I'm gonna go
Yeah.
14-10 Bills.
Bills,
Love
okay.
it, love it.
All right.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be. Remember that game a couple years ago against the Vikings and Seahawks where it was really cold? It's gonna be something like that, like 10-9 or something. Like
Yeah.
All right,
Wow.
which
Yeah,
one
I
we
think
got
the
next?
Bills' offense is too dynamic for that to happen.
I agree with that as well, but both of their defenses are. If it's cold like that, I don't care how great your offense is.
Yeah.
You know how hard it is to catch a ball in that negative
It's a
degree weather.
neutralizing factor.
Yeah.
Cancels
Like,
it out.
especially with a quarterback like Josh Allen throws the ball 100 miles per hour with like
Mhm.
with this mega arm. There might be like 10 drop passes total in this game. Like
Yeah.
if it's really gonna be that cold.
But then again, this could favor the Patriots though, because you already know. I mean, if it's gonna be cold like that, all you got to do is dink and dunk.
Yeah.
I mean, they're the king of that, and their defense is just gonna be what it is because we all know what it is. But
Yeah.
it could favor the Patriots, low key. So
Yeah,
That's what
I'm
I'm
with you guys on
thinking.
that.
Let's go
I
to
still
some
I
warmer.
think the Bills. Yeah, let's go to a little bit of some warmer weather. Let's talk Cowboys Niners. I'm on the same page with you there, Ryan.
All right.
I'll go last year on
Let me
my
go
thoughts.
first. Let me go first.
Okay,
go
go
first.
first. Go first. 'Cause
So,
you're the Niners fan.
I am a Niners fan, right? And I'm not confident in this game at all, man. Just because of Jimmy Garoppolo. I don't want to get demonetized, but I hate Jimmy Garoppolo. He's my most hated player in franchise history. I hate him so much.
why
And I
though? All he
think-
does is win.
No, Shanahan wins. He doesn't win.
I mean, his
No,
record
the
speaks for
players win.
itself.
Shanahan's
Because
on the field.
He walked onto a 2-14 team with like a toxic locker room. I don't blame him for having a losing record, is what I'll say. But I think Jimmy Garoppolo is going to have a disaster class. I think Trayvon Diggs is going to have like a pick, maybe 2. I don't trust Jimmy Garoppolo. He throws so many passes that should be intercepted. And when you have a corner like Trayvon Diggs that doesn't let that happen, bad stuff will happen. I can totally see the Niners winning. I think if Shanahan can put together these drives that are like 12 minutes, it ends in a touchdown, and he can just control the pace of the game, I would pick the Niners, but I'm going to pick the Cowboys. I'll say 24-20, because I think Jimmy Garoppolo will absolutely shit the bed. So, yeah, Maybe I'm just telling myself this so I can expect the worst and hope for the best, but we'll see.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Look, the thing is, like, it's become so trendy now to pick the 49ers as upset
It
that it's
is
hard
why.
for me to pick the 49ers in an upset. But I still am going to go with the 49ers strictly because, even though you're right, Jimmy G could very well lose in that game. If Jimmy G commits a turnover or two, they're done. They're going to
I
lose.
saw like a stat. We're 10-1 when he doesn't throw a turnover, and then we're like 2-6 when he does. Or something
I don't
like
doubt that because, like, if he doesn't commit turnovers and he actually places it into Kittle's hands, lets him run at the catch or Deebo Samuel,
Yeah.
they win. Because look at that Cowboys defense. Trevon Diggs has been great this year, and so has Micah Parsons. But you can't guard everybody. Because let's say Trevon Diggs, I don't think he's going to lock Deebo down, but let's say he locks Deebo down. So and you're going to have Micah Parsons rushing the passer, obviously. So who's going to guard George Kittle? Who's going to guard Brandon Ayuk, who's been killing it the last few
Who's
weeks?
going to stop the run
Who's
game?
going to stop the run
Anthony
game with
Brown.
Elijah Mitchell and that amazing offensive line? I don't want to hear Anthony Brown.
Anthony
I
Brown is
said that in my
awful.
comments, man, and I was like, don't you come in here with Anthony Brown.
Anthony
Yeah.
Brown is dog shit.
Niners match up well. If we can
The
just
Niners
run the
match
ball
up
down
well.
their throats, and their coaching is terrible. Mike McCarthy doesn't know how to manage a game.
Mhm.
We'll see. We'll see. So I'm excited though. So what do you guys think?
Okay, I'm back.
I was gonna say this is just off of just like goofy like logic, but this is what I'm gonna say, right? If the Cowboys, I think that the Cowboys are like one of the only teams in like NFL history to have like a 4,000-yard thrower, 1,000-yard rusher, 1,000-yard receiver, I think 10-sack guy, and a 10-interception guy.
10 interceptions,
right?
yeah, all that.
If they have all that and they lose this Sunday, it's like, what else do they do, right? Like, I really feel like it's like we did everything we could in the season. We hit the hay on like winning the division easily, and yet we still got a first round exit. So I feel like just off the pressure of them having to win, them being at home in Jerry's world, I'm gonna take the Cowboys to win. So I can't imagine what's gonna happen if they lose that game.
Yeah. I have a question though. If the Niners win this game, what are their aspirations? Like, what's their ceiling? Can they realistically go into Lambeau and beat the Packers? Or like,
No.
they're my
think they
dark
could.
horse to the Super Bowl.
If it was
Their
the
defense
Niners,
is playing well enough, though. That's the thing.
Exactly.
I mean, so that's
The
why
pro-
I think the
the problem
49ers
is-
very good.
and
problem
they're
is
rolling
this
right
team
now.
is
We
not
all
as
know
good.
about momentum in the playoffs. When you get the
Yep.
momentum going into the playoffs, your
Mhm.
defense is playing at a very,
Great
very high
coaching.
caliber rate. I mean,
It's Aaron Rodgers, man. They're not gonna beat.
I
All
mean,
right.
you never know,
You
bro.
never know.
You never
Hey,
know.
hold on,
We
hold on.
lost to a field goal by them this year.
49ers went into Lambeau and beat them in the NFC Championship game.
No.
2 years
They
ago.
were in. They were
They
in.
were
San
in, they were
Fran.
in San Fran.
Yeah,
No,
but-
were they? I thought it was in Lambeau.
Regardless, we almost beat them this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We lost
Sure.
by a field goal.
a lot of
I
teams
mean,
almost
yeah,
beat
that
them
was
this year.
also that was
Including
also
this one.
Niners Stadium.
So
I
It
don't
would
want
help
people
if they
to
had
think the
Raheem
Packers are
Mostert to score
unbeatable.
like
The
4
Packers are
touchdowns again,
definitely
too.
beatable.
No, they're beatable. I'm just saying, like, this Niners team is not as good as 2019. Like,
Yeah, I agree. I think
I
we're better
agree.
offensively, though. I do.
So-
I
no,
thought
you're
they had
better
the
offensively,
blueprint,
but
right? They
you're-
have the
I think
same
you're way
coach.
worse defensively.
Jimmy Garoppolo created them the dance before. He was literally a 3rd and 14, a Tyreek Hill 3rd and
was like-
14 conversion away
he was
from
a quarter
possibly
and a
winning the
half.
Super Bowl, right?
Mhm.
So
quarter and a half, literally.
God.
I feel like he has more of like a I've been here before than Dak Prescott,
Mhm.
right?
yeah.
Not that that's gonna
And
be
it's
the
the
whole
Cowboys.
difference, but you know, like
Nobody
he's
wants
been
the
there. So it's not like
Cowboys.
he's like
They
a
choke
rookie in it,
games.
you know?
Imagine it comes down to the kick at the end of the
Oh.
game. Oh man,
Yeah.
that stadium's gonna
Okay.
be.
I will not be on this podcast for a week if we lose to a minute.
My opinion of this game is like, what QB do I trust more? That's easily Dak
That's not
Prescott.
fair. That's
For
not
sure.
fair.
I
Like,
don't.
I just don't know about that question.
Do,
because
do we
winning
trust
winner-
Dak more though? Do we
I don't
trust
like-
Dak more?
I do.
the thing is,
I
I
would say
don't
I
trust.
trust
I don't
Dak
trust Dak more. I don't trust Dak more. That's just me.
The thing
I don't
is,
trust Dak
do
more.
trust
Why,
Dak
though?
more, but like not by that much. That's why I think it's gonna be like a one-score game, and like the way that the fucking Cowboys are gonna lose this game to the Niners, if Deebo Samuel pops off
He's
Mhm.
going to. I'm
and
predicting
Jimmy
it.
doesn't pass for at least 40 passes, like that's how they're gonna win. Like
Deebo's
I'm
gonna
ready
go
for this game. This is my favorite game of the weekend,
Yeah,
and
this is the game of the week for
this
sure.
game. So I've sat here and I pondered on this game because, like my boy Roundup said, it's being trendy. Everyone wants to pick the 49ers.
I agree.
It's wormy. I do bet. I do bet games. I don't like being on the public. However,
Yeah.
it's the Dallas Cowboys we're talking about, and they are not good in the playoffs. They're just not good in the playoffs. Something along this franchise, like, I don't know what it is. it's like a mental block. I don't know. It's kind of like Georgia. I think about the Georgia Bulldogs with the Cowboys, but Georgia finally got over the hump. So the Cowboys, they do have a very.
I was about to say,
good
I go to UGA. You know that, right? Just to let you know.
No.
So.
No, I didn't know that. But they have congratulations, by the way.
Thank you, appreciate
good for
it.
them.
Even though I bet on Alabama.
I dig the Dolphins hoodie, by the way. That's pretty sick. But
appreciate you.
But my thing is, the 49ers defense is playing so good, and I feel like big-time players show up in big-time moments to make big-time plays.
Mm-hmm.
And I think George Kittle is going to have a crucial play. I think Deebo Samuel is going to be running loose. Man, Deebo Samuel, ever since I criticized Kyle Shanahan, the 49ers have been good. I said he was the most overrated coach in the NFL. I said he was the most overrated coach in the NFL. Ever since then, they've been on the streak. Jimmy G was playing good. Yes, he's had some boneheaded decisions and he got hurt. But Jimmy G and them boys have been buzzing. Kittle's been popping off. It's proven that he's the best tight end in the league. And Deebo Samuel, he is literally used as a gadget, man. He's like a running back. He's a receiver. He's throwing touchdowns.
He's a
got Josh Jennings making plays. And so I'm going to give me the 49ers. I will ride with the trend. I will be on the public. I'm big on the
I'm changing my prediction.
You can use that same logic against you, though. Because you say big-time players come in big-time moments. Amari Cooper hasn't really been playing lights out the last couple weeks or so. This would be the perfect game for him to have 120 yards and just show up out of nowhere and they'll be back. So,
hey, our rookie corner, Ambry Thomas, has been lights out. He had that game-winning pick last week. He's gonna clamp Amari.
Let me just tell you guys. I guess I'm the only one who feels this way, and this kind of sucks because I don't want to be this guy. And Ryan, I'm sorry before I say it, but I'm with Cheesy here, and I'm with Roundup. If you bet, I'm not with you, Cheesy, because you actually bet on the Niners, but I'm with your logic though. That if you bet with the public and you're gonna lose, the house always wins, and there's a reason.
You gotta understand, the house is favoring the Cowboys. We are underdogs.
No, the house is
favoring. There's people that are putting bread on the money line for.
A lot
of people are taking Patriots 49ers money line.
Because the spread's only 3 in that game. Everyone's gonna hammer Niners. Everyone's gonna hammer Niners ML. Like the money line's good enough for that. It's a good bet, and the spread is good too if you want to put them in a parlay. So I'm gonna say you fade what the public's saying right now. Vegas is always right. The Dallas Cowboys are going to win. Not only that, over the last 3 weeks, guys,
Dak Prescott say it's a blowout. Don't you dare.
I'm getting to that. Dak Prescott over his last 3 weeks has 12 touchdowns, 0 picks. He has an average of 133 passer rating, and they're going into the playoffs hot. They have the best O-line in football. They have a really great two-headed punch with their running backs with Zeke, who is a great goal line back, and Tony Pollard is super explosive, who can break off a big run. The Niners can't keep up with Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb. Dalton Schultz has been playing good. Even Cedric Wilson is good. This game is not going to be close. This game is going to be a blowout.
Okay, now hold on. Let me
Jimmy Garoppolo sucks.
Hold on. The reason this won't be a blowout, I know they have so many weapons on offense, but the Niners have played teams with a bunch of weapons on offense, and we have won. Now, I understand.
The Rams, they own the Rams.
Yeah, you can't guard all these players, but D'Amico Ryan's our defensive
divisional
coordinator.
rival.
Has been lights out. We have no corners, but our defense has played at a top 5 level the entire year. So just wait. We will surprise everybody. I promise.
And the Cowboys are going to cowboy. They're going to
they're going to cowboy it.
This is the year. This is the year for the Cowboys.
This is a different team. This is the first time that I've been able to say since I think this team is better than the year that they went against the Packers and they lost that whole Des Bryant play. I'm not gonna lie, and to be honest, it's the first time I've been able to say that the Cowboys really have a chance.
Ready? I'm changing my pick. Changing my pick. 35-28 Niners. That's the
Let's
pick.
get into the score prediction.
Let's do score. I'm gonna start us out. In the score prediction here. Okay. I'm gonna let you guys know right now. It's gonna be 35-10.
Get the fuck out. There's no way. You think this offense gets 10 points?
Yes.
You know how Shanahan will not allow this game to be a blowout.
Do you understand? We started out 3-5. We went 7-2 for the rest of the season.
35-10.
7-2 team. Whatever.
All right, let's get these scores. Let's hear it.
Sucks. Big Ben is the Hall of Famer. Cry. Go.
Wow.
That was mean, right?
Wow, that one felt personal. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, RJ, let's hear it. The score prediction.
Oh, I already said 35-28 Niners.
Okay. I got 28-24 Niners.
Spit.
Tunji.
31-20 Niners. Psych, I got Cowboys.
Bro,
Cowboys
this
for
is
sure. 31-20 Cowboys, man.
Give me the Niners 24-20. Give me the Niners. Let's go. Let's go, Ryan.
Yeah.
Okay. I really want to pick the Niners, but I just feel like the Cowboys are gonna win.
I'm
Like,
a Eagles fan. I want to pick the Niners,
listen,
but I'm not
I really
doing
want to
it,
pick
bro.
the Niners, but I
Not
think the
doing
Cowboys
that.
gonna win 50-44.
Whatever.
Because of the
Whatever.
Dallas Cowboy logic, I'm going
I think it's
lost
gonna
on
be a
a
high-scoring game. I
No,
think
What
it's
did you hear?
lost
What
on the-
score did you have?
Anybody when they're on.
lost on a field goal 21-0 or 21-20.
21-20.
Oh my god, I was about to
21-20,
say.
my
I was about to say it's 21-0.
No.
Wait,
fault.
Kieran, what
What
score
is
did you
it? I
have? You
hate
said
this, bro.
I said 50-44.
50-44.
I
think it's gonna be a high-scoring game. I have no idea why.
What the fuck?
Okay.
94
I have no idea
points?
why.
I mean, if you pick
50 piece.
If you
I'm
pick
not gonna
Dallas,
lie,
no.
if that
If he picks
happens-
Dallas to put up 50, though, they've been putting up 50 balls like it's their job.
Yeah,
And
they
the Niners
have
So, I
have
been.
mean,
a
they
great
could put
offense,
up
too.
50.
You gotta
I think
realize,
it's gonna
though,
be a high-scoring game.
Okay, but we're acting like these are just some like mid-tier defenses. Both of these defenses have been playing like out of their mind. There's no
Yeah,
way
they put
they
up-
let up
they
50
put
to
up
40
50 on
points.
Washington.
Always elite defense, like 99% of the time.
I
Like,
understand, but 50 to 44, that's like historic. That's
All I'm gonna say is, if that happens,
Hey, it's
Kieran,
happened before. So
If that happens, Kieran, this is probably gonna be the greatest game since that like Rams and Chiefs.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
That
if that happens, it'll be a great game.
yeah.
Yeah.
Great game.
dude,
It'll have to
Y'all
go
got me
overtime,
excited
too.
now, bro.
dude,
Fuck.
I'm not even kidding. Like, this is gonna be like one of the best wildcard games in my opinion.
I can see
Like,
it.
See, just because everyone thinks it's going to be the best one, they usually turn out to be duds every
That's what I'm
time.
saying.
Not-
Oh, yeah.
I think it's
I
gonna be the
really
Rams, the
doubt-
last one
I
we haven't
really
talked
doubt
about
it.
yet.
Zay, yours
Yeah.
was you said 21-20, right? Game winning field goal.
21-20 game-winning field goal. They lose the opposite way this time.
You think the Niners win?
Your Niners win.
Yeah.
They lose the
Let's go.
opposite way, like the opposite
Ryan,
upright.
Robbie
Niners win.
Gold.
Yep. It
I
goes
hope
through the
Niners
upright.
win.
I hope you know if we win, I'm talking so much shit. It's incredible. It
You
will.
win. You have to.
No.
That's your team.
If you win, you have to praise Jimmy Garoppolo.
Fuck
Yeah. Yes,
No,
you
so
do.
here's
Yes,
my
you
real
do.
question. Before we get off of the 49ers, this is the real question behind it all. There seems to be a census in San Francisco that nobody
say
likes
it,
Jimmy
bro.
Garoppolo, right?
Yeah.
So this is the perfect. I'm the guy. You guys need to go ahead and
Moment.
do something with
If
me.
you're not,
Or
Niners
if not,
fan,
he's
you
going to get
want
his paycheck
Flores.
somewhere else
Respect.
and he's going to get traded. So this is a big game for Jimmy Garoppolo all
I agree.
around.
if
I
Jimmy
agree.
Garoppolo
If
stays
you're a
another
Niners
year,
fan, you're praying that you lose so you don't have Jimmy.
I have
That's-
a question.
I'm
I have a
okay with
question
that.
Low
for
key.
you,
Yeah,
Ryan,
let's hear
man.
it. Let's hear it.
Ryan, if let's just say figuratively, like hypothetically, right?
Yep.
Let's say if Jimmy Garoppolo throws like 3 touchdowns against the Cowboys, they win, right? And then they play the
Packers.
they play the
Packers.
Packers, right?
Yep.
If the Eagles don't win, but let's say they play the Packers, he scores another 3 touchdowns, but he loses, right? Is he the quarterback going into next year?
no. I am telling you right now, unless the 49ers win a Super Bowl, and even if we do, he will not be the quarterback.
I disagree with that.
Because think of it like this. 2 years ago, Niners had a phenomenal draft. They drafted both Nick Bosa, Deebo Samuel, and a linebacker that starts every year. It was a great draft. You cannot pay all those guys and keep Jimmy Garoppolo. You need to take advantage of that rookie contract Trey Lance is on. We're already paying Trent Williams as the highest paid football player in the NFL that isn't a quarterback.
Deservingly, though.
Deservingly.
Yeah,
We're
100%.
paying Fred Warner.
98.5.
We're paying Fred Warner as the
PFF.
second highest paid
Insane.
linebacker of all time. George Kittle's the highest paid tight end.
You're gonna
of
have to
all
pay
time.
Nick Bosa
Nick, that's what I'm saying. Nick Bosa and Deebo
Yeah.
Samuel are both on their
and Jimmy
contracts.
Ward.
Well, maybe.
Are we-
That'll kill me if he leaves, but I don't know. We'll see. He's not going to be the quarterback though. I can say
Okay.
that pretty
Just
confidently.
Yeah, I agree with you, Ryan. I think
You
there's
don't
like
trade 3
absolutely no way.
first rounders to sit a guy for 2 years. You don't do that.
I mean, dude, I wouldn't be surprised if he was like a Jordan Love and just sat for his first few years. But
Fuck off.
I don't think Jimmy G. My hot take is that Jimmy G will be the Steelers starting quarterback next year. Which
No.
that's my hot take.
Have fun. I can't
yeah,
wait till he doesn't have an
I
offensive.
mean, you put Jimmy
mastermind.
G in the
No,
Steelers
Ryan,
organization.
Ryan,
That's kind of
watch-
scary.
watch you win-
That's what I'm saying. Zay,
He's gonna
everybody's
do work
underrating
with the
that.
Steelers,
Watch
man.
it.
I
That's
don't
what I'm
even like
saying.
I don't like Jimmy Garoppolo, but the organization, and I'm a Brown. Look at this. It's
He
coming
plays for
from
the
a Brown
49ers.
fan.
They're just as
The
good as
organization is just too good to let bad stuff happen like that. If
Yep.
they're gonna
Yeah.
bring in Jimmy Garoppolo, he's gonna be good,
We have Mason
and he's gonna be
Rudolph. We
probably
Do we know
great.
what organization we're talking about? This is another great
Bro,
organization.
Jimmy G's better than
Dude, we
Mason
had Duck
Rudolph.
Hodges. We had
Agreed.
Duck Hodges.
He's way
Jimmy
better than
Jimmy Garoppolo is like 1,000 times better than Mason
No,
Rudolph.
Definitely,
yes, he is.
definitely.
But Jimmy Garoppolo is a bottom 5 to 7 starter. Like he is
What?
atrocious. He is atrocious. I
I
cannot
don't know.
wait. I
Bro,
cannot
Jimmy
wait.
Garoppolo is like a
Not
borderline
bottom
top
five.
20
No,
quarterback.
Once Jimmy Garoppolo doesn't have an offensive mastermind and he doesn't have a player that he can throw a screen to, Debo Samuel, that can take it 50
You made
yards.
him leave.
When he doesn't
You
have
made
that,
him leave for that shit you just
You made him leave, bro.
All right.
Yeah,
Let's
we
move on.
gotta go.
We gotta
go.
Rams Cardinals. Rams Cardinals. Let's talk about it. I'll go first. I'll get my thoughts on this game. I think this game, even though people are like kind of high on the Cardinals with JJ Watt coming back, I think Matthew Stafford's gonna have a masterclass performance and put up like 350 yards and 4 touchdowns. But with that being said, he's gonna flop next week though.
okay. Have you had any game, any of these wildcard games been close?
Oh yeah, I've had the Bills game be close.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The Chiefs game I didn't have close. The Cowboys game I didn't have close. The Eagles game I had close. So the Bills and Eagles game, I had those 2 games close. Every other game's and the Bengals. Now that I know it's bad weather.
So you think the Eagles are going to be more competitive than the Niners?
Yes, and then I think Dak Prescott's going to eat, bro. He has
Dude,
12
it's not
touchdowns, 0
rocket
picks.
science, you know it.
This is hatred.
That is
for
a crazy
Ryan.
stat.
All right, Zay, we're talking about the Rams Cardinals now. I gave my prediction that I think Matthew Stafford's gonna have a masterclass performance. I think Cam Akers goes off. I think he comes back and shows that he's a borderline top 15 back again, and he's that guy. And I think that the Rams are gonna win by like 13 to 17 points, somewhere in there. And Kyler Murray will have like 2 or 3 touchdowns, but Cliff Kingsbury's gonna get outcoached.
That's it.
Not even-
And
I'm ready
that,
for this
you just
game
took
as
my
well.
point right there. I think it's as simple as that. McVay's got to prove a point here.
Overrated.
You got all these weapons. You were the prodigy coming out. When you took Jared Goff to the Super Bowl, you got every piece you need. They went and got Von Miller. They went and made all these signings, and it's gonna have to come down to McVay just being like, I'm better than Kingsbury. Kingsbury's gonna have to get over the hump next year.
Yeah.
This team, the Cardinals team, played phenomenal, and now they're going down a slump. Rams are low key hot, and everyone's clicking. And I just think it's gonna come down to McVay is better than Kingsbury.
Okay.
What scares me about this game is the Cardinals are 8-1 on the road. The
Ooh.
Cardinals are great on the road.
I did
They are
not know
great
that.
on the road.
losses
They
too,
are
though.
They're 8-1 on the road, 3-5 at home. They went to Los Angeles and beat them down earlier in the
They
year.
beat the shit out of
But the thing is, even though I'm saying this, like, watch out. I think the game like could be close. I'm gonna go and say I'm gonna go with my boy Zay here. Like, I have to agree with him. Like, McVay has a point to prove, but it's more Matthew Stafford has a point to prove than McVay, in my opinion. You know, McVay, they made the splash trade to get Stafford. Stafford was better than Goff. You know, McVay didn't think the Rams would be able to go back to the Super Bowl under Goff. You got Stafford, and Stafford's been playing bad ball recently, and everyone's been criticizing him. And I just would love to see him. You know, I bet you Tunji would love to see him too, since he's a Bulldog. I would love Stafford to freaking come out and light up the Cardinals for like a 400 piece and throw for 4 touchdowns and say, hey, all this noise that y'all said about me, you know,
Is wrong.
is wrong. And that
Yeah.
I was worth everything that they traded for.
Dude, Cheesy, you made a good point. You made a good point there when you said on the road. I will say this though, and when he was 8-1 or the Cardinals are 8-1 on the road, in those 4 of those 8 games are Jacksonville, Cleveland, Chicago, and Detroit. No
Which is
offense,
fair,
man. But like,
they lost to Detroit.
yeah. Wait, did they lose to Detroit? Oh, they lose to Detroit. They did lose to
They did
Detroit.
lose to
They also beat the shit out of the Rams.
They beat the shit out of the Rams. They beat
They
the
got
Cardinals. They
crushed
beat
by
the Dallas.
They beat the Cowboys.
And they beat the Titans too, who have been really good when they were healthy.
They blew out the Titans.
When they were healthy with Derrick Henry too.
See, look, I kind of disagree with you guys though. I don't think Matthew Stafford's gonna have this, legacy game.
Hey, that's what I'm
prove
saying.
everybody right. No, I think he's gonna
Niners
prove
fan.
people like me right. It's Matthew Stafford, not top 10 narrative, still going strong.
What?
He's going to lose to the Cardinals. He's going to throw the game
99
losing pick
No,
against the
99
Cardinals.
better quarterback.
Isaiah Simmons is going to be the one to come down with it,
Okay.
and the
Okay.
Cardinals are going to
Wait,
win
wait.
the game.
Wait,
I
wait,
wanna
tell
talk about-
us-
Nine better quarterbacks than
No.
Matthew
Give me 10
Stafford.
better quarterbacks than Matthew
Over.
Stafford right now.
Listen,
10
listen.
better. Let me hear.
Listen,
Hold on.
listen,
Someone say
listen.
something.
Round
Hey.
up. I think this is going to be an all-time meltdown for Matthew Stafford.
Yes. I agree.
Yes.
6.
Yes.
And I think Kyler Murray is going to beat the ever-living shit out of him.
Yes, this is what I was
Yes,
going to
the
say.
Cardinals are
Yes.
going to beat the Rams. It's going to be because Matthew Stafford
It
is
is
going to
going-
shit the bed.
So
I don't
people
think you
just don't
understand.
respect veterans anymore. Is this
Yeah,
like
like,
this is a new era
no,
thing?
no, no,
Okay,
no, no.
It
you
has
gotta
to
understand.
be.
We're talking about
No,
Yeah,
no,
that's what I'm saying. What the hell are they talking
Matt
about?
Stafford against winning teams is like terrible. He's absolutely.
And I don't want
horrible.
to hear this. He played for the Lions bullshit. There's validity to this. There's a reason he loses this many games.
The Lions are
single-handedly-
ass.
He single-handedly lost them the game against the Niners both times. He
Yes.
Bro, I
consistently
don't
will lose
care,
the Rams
bro.
games. He
If it
cannot win
wasn't
in
for the
big
Packers, they
games.
probably
You
make it
know
out
he's
the first
hearing that
round.
He
noise
played like
right now. I
he
feel
played
like
like
he's
dog
hearing
shit
that
against
noise
the
and
Colts.
He
there's
you heard this noise last week, and
Stafford.
what happened? He lost them the game. He threw one of the most Stevie Wonder
didn't
picks I've
matter
seen in
to
a
All
him.
right,
minute.
all right.
They
Look.
already
Look.
clinched their spot.
I'm gonna put a minute into this, and I want you guys to all understand me, right? You guys have all made great points. They made a great point about McVay getting all these pieces and making it has to make it work, right? Cheesy, you made a good point earlier when you said that it's always one team, one wild card game where somebody wins and it's going to be an upset. And this is
Yep.
my game. I'm an AZ boy. Look, I'm an AZ boy before Matt
No,
Stafford,
Kyler Murray,
right? I
top
was an AZ
3
for 4 years.
quarterback.
I want to see the Cardinals win.
But you lived in Arizona.
I lived in Arizona for 4 years. Lived in
Wait, what
Tempe
part? Hold on.
for 4 years.
Okay, that's dope. That's dope.
Right,
Reggie. I didn't know that.
so
Oh, you told me that. You live in Tempe, yeah.
That's my team, right? I think the Cardinals get it done. The game they had against the Cowboys was just good enough for me to even see that happening this weekend, right? I will say that Stafford will have a good game. I expect him to have a good game. I just think he's going to get outdueled by Kyler Murray. I think Kyler Murray just literally is like, we're at the end of that game, we're going to be like, what the hell did we just see Kyler Murray do? Like, he went off. Even what's his face has been good. Wesley, what's his name? Wesley or whatever.
Antoine, I think.
Hopkins has been hurt, right? Ursh has stepped up. Kirk has
been running well.
In and out, but AJ Green's looking phenomenal. So, like, I feel like they have enough weapons where they can make a shake if Hopkins doesn't play this Sunday. I'm not really convinced with the whole Matt Stafford outdueling folks. I don't see it happening. I just can't see it happening. So, like, I'm going to say off a limb that's going to be the first to 30 wins this game, and I'm going to go 31-28 Cardinals.
Okay, I don't mind that. I think something that you guys are biting into is this whole Matthew Stafford's been bad recently thing. Over his last 3 games, he has
recently. It's just he's inconsistent after.
He's been bad the past couple weeks, but he's had a lot of really good games over his last 8. But like his last 3, he has 6 touchdowns, 7 picks, 77 pass rating. He's averaging 240 yards on a 64% completion. He's been really bad, and that's with Cooper Kupp, by the way. Like I think 5 of those touchdowns are to Kupp. Like that's legit.
Sure, well, this is kind of my point.
2 of
though,
them were
like,
to Higbee last week.
2 of them were to wait. So 2 were to Kupp, 2 were to Higbee.
Kupp really good. So.
Odell, I think has
all
last.
right.
Well,
Odell has one too.
I want to make one more point. Sean McVay is not a good playoff performer. He put up 3 points against the Patriots, and then in the Saints game, he should not have won that game. One of the worst pass interference calls of all time.
So
The only time he's been in the playoffs.
Well, no, they had their chance. No. I don't
They
want to hear that. They had their chance to win.
The Saints still had a chance to win that game.
Exactly.
And
they had the
Brees
chance to
let them
win and
down.
they lost.
When you have a call like that,
I don't care about the call. They had their chance.
They had their exactly. Like
they had
it
their
doesn't
chance.
matter.
There was a minute left. There was a minute left.
I understand.
If we make that call, the game is over.
The game is over. I don't care.
Bro,
if they had
right?
it.
Look at the
not
Vikings.
the point,
They still had their chance.
Right?
That's not the
Right,
point,
they
though.
had
The
their
point
chance.
is they had their
They
chance.
won.
That's true. They had their chance.
You got to be able to control what you can control.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Exactly.
There's no excuse for that shit not being called though.
Bro.
There's no
I mean,
reason.
that's true. But look at the Vikings and Saints game, right? When Kyle Rudolph got that game-winning touchdown, right? You can argue that was the
That's
offensive
not even
pass
close to the
interference.
same.
The
We're
Vikings
talking about a
didn't do anything
goal,
about that, right?
No.
The
It's
Saints
not
had
even
their
close to that.
chance.
It
Right?
is
They had
clearly
Drew
a
Brees
pass.
at
Blaming
home.
hey,
They
if
had
you're
their
blaming
chance and they lost.
referees why you lost, you didn't deserve to win.
Bro, he literally did this. He hit him with the shoulder and leveled his arm, and he looked around.
And he looked for the
We're not
flag.
agreeing with. We're not saying that it's not a foul. It's the worst call ever. But
I
like they
usually
had
would
their
agree.
chance to
I
win the
usually would
game.
agree.
Chance.
But when it's that
people
blatant of
forget
a
about
call,
that. People forget about that. They want to use that as excuse to protect Drew Brees. Let's not.
No.
Not.
Can't
That's
do
not
that,
an
man.
excuse.
Especially as great as Drew quarterback is
He
the
was also
quarterback.
getting hit by Aaron Donald. Like
No, this was.
I don't know. On that Saints game, I agree with literally all of your points that like a couple of you were saying that they had their chance. I also think it's important to note that like clutch quarterbacks and Hall of Fame quarterbacks come alive in the last 2 minutes of the game to win their team the game, and and Drew Brees did
Exactly.
that. And no, but he did that, but it didn't fucking matter because the ref held his fucking whistle. So it didn't matter. So and he should have called that shit. That was really the worst no call maybe in NFL
It was
history.
the worst no call. It was the
so
worst
it's
no call
not
ever.
gonna have that
But he still
moment,
had a chance.
Matthew Stafford.
It changed the entire.
I don't know.
Yeah, but like the thing is, on that interception, he was also getting hit by Aaron Donald. Like,
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
come on. Like,
Yeah,
He
we've
made an
already been
interception.
going for an hour and 10 minutes. We should probably start.
Yeah.
Hey, he's not this guy.
Let's give our.
He's
Let's
not
give
this
our.
guy. He's not this
Yeah.
guy.
Okay.
Not the
Stop
goat.
that.
Not the goat.
Okay,
Tom Brady's Trent Dilfer O-line. So
let's say that. Let's do our Rams Cardinals score predictions. Then we'll all give our last final thoughts on like maybe like a hot take or something like that, and then we're gonna get off. I will say tomorrow, whoever's in here wants to hop on, I'm gonna be talking about the All Pros and Kirk Cousins potentially not being on the Vikings. And then if anybody else wants to bring any topics we can, I'll be on here. Anybody else is welcome to join. I'm gonna give my score prediction first. I think Rams win 24-21 game-winning field goal with 4 seconds left.
You ready? 42-17 Cardinals.
Jeez.
Blowout.
On this defense.
That's what I'm saying, Zay. What the hell are you talking about?
No defense can guard a quarterback that scrambles around the pocket and outside the pockets for 10 seconds.
I
There's no
agree,
He's
but-
healthy though.
Bro, you're going against it's Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey. Like you're
Yeah,
and
like,
Boston.
let's stop with the
Kyler Murray
disrespect,
is
he
capable
please.
of
put them up in
anything.
their home stadium. He could do it again.
Yeah,
yeah, that was before he got hurt. That was before he got hurt. It's not even the same player anymore.
Before he
Peak
got hurt.
Kyler Murray, the best version of Kyler Murray might be like the best quarterback in the league, right there with Rodgers and Mahomes. Like,
No,
Yeah, and he hasn't been that quarterback since before the
Stop
injury.
it. Why are we so like blinded by
we're talking
just
about a guy.
short-term
We're talking
greatness
about a
though?
guy
He
that
was the
has-
best
Kyler Murray is great,
No.
but let's not blow this out of proportion.
When
The
Kyler
first
Murray's
the
at his
best
best,
quarterback in the
He's
league.
best
when
quarterback.
Kyler Murray's at his best, he is one of the best rushing
No,
quarterbacks
RJ.
of all
No,
time.
he's one of the
Doesn't
best,
matter.
but he's not the best.
It does
Let's
RJ,
settle that.
RJ, listen to this. RJ, you're talking out of your ass right now. RJ, weeks 1 through 8 before he got injured, he was averaging
Okay.
284 passing yards. He had 17 touchdowns, 7 picks, 110 passer rating. He was playing at an MVP level. He was the consensus MVP the first 8 weeks of the season. Since then, he has an 89 passer rating, averaging 250 yards. He has 7 touchdowns in 6 weeks and 3 interceptions. He's
And I'm
been
letting
nowhere
you know-
near the
and
same
I'm
player.
letting you know, I think
It's
going
literally
for
been a trend that Murray gets hurt.
And he falls off. He's like
he
Russell
falls
Wilson. He
off.
falls off the second half of the season.
And
I
think-
kind of
I
agree with
think
RJ
we'll
though. I
play-
think he's gonna flip the script.
I think he's going to flip the script. I think this game matters to him.
Not against
more than anything.
McVay, Aaron Donald, and
McVay
Jalen
is like
Ramsey,
a player
bro.
performer. McVay, like whatever.
Ah,
I don't want to get
nah.
into
But look,
it.
to
I
fit
just-
my
Kyler's going
narrative-
to have a masterclass.
To fit my narrative, this is my score prediction. I'm going to be going 34-31 and Matthew to the Cardinals winning, and Matthew Stafford's going to throw a game-losing pick.
No shot.
All right.
There-
I agree with. Oh, you can go.
Yeah. Tunji, go.
Tunji,
You go.
31-27 Cardinals.
Okay.
Give me 35-30 the Rams. I'm going with Stafford.
Thank you. Someone else is with me here.
Okay.
Zay
I
or
also-
Kieran?
all right. Listen, I agree with Ryan. I'm going 31-10 Cardinals.
Spit.
Listen, when has Matthew Stafford ever played good in a playoff game ever in his
I,
career?
I feel
Okay.
like it's becoming
Never.
like
That's a
He played
shit
3
argument.
playoff
He's
games.
had
He's
some
terrible
good
at all of
games.
them.
Those
to,
Lions
like-
teams have not been bad. Ndamukong
it's
They were
not
not
like
bad.
Matt Stafford now.
Yeah.
Like it's becoming a stigma to just like
Yeah,
Trash
but like,
Stafford.
cook him.
I
yeah,
fucking
but
hate
he's
the Rams. I
never
could care
been
less.
good
Fuck
in
that.
big
But
moments.
let
You're
me just
biased.
say this though.
I'm
No,
not biased. I just know he's
my
not.
cousin's a Lions fan, so for the longest I said Stafford was trash. My reason behind this is because you've had your franchise quarterback for 10 years and you guys can't win a playoff game. You can't get to the playoffs.
I mean,
There
their
was
offensive
something
line for
wrong
10
with
years
that.
was
Good
absolute
Lions.
garbage,
But they
so-
did have some of the. He had Megatron. He's had
That's not
Mark
enough to get
Jones.
us.
I mean, he had some pieces on offense, not great pieces, and he always had a good enough, not a good enough
An
defense,
okay
but
defense.
an okay defense.
And
When
then
you
he's
have
had
your
a terrible
franchise quarterback for
offensive
10 years, though,
for 10 years.
10 years, and you can't figure it out. That's where I think it's like, okay, there's got to be something wrong. But this is different though. You're
No,
with
there was
this
like
is
one
different.
year they were a top 5 defense in the league, and they went like 6-10. Like,
And you can leave
Okay.
the Lions. You can leave the Lions.
Okay.
The Lions will never
Zay.
leave you.
Yeah,
They
let's hear
had
your predictions. Zay.
Darius
Zay,
Slay,
Zay, what-
Wilbur Quinn. Like, come on.
Zay, what's your score prediction for the Cardinals Rams game?
I'm gonna go 35-24 Rams.
Ooh.
Okay, I want to say one more
Rams.
thing. You can leave the Lions, but the Lions cannot leave you. There is a reason he loses.
That's bad.
Because he
That's
was
a horrible
developed-
take.
No, it's true. It's true. You can leave
That's
the Lions,
right.
but the
Let's
Lions will
go.
never leave you. You was
That's my
developed by the
Titanic
Lions.
shit, Ryan. I'm not.
Well,
That's
what about-
true.
what about
All
Darius
right. We have a little under 2 minutes left. I'm gonna give each of you 15 seconds to say whatever you want. Give you a hot take and whatever you want to say, and we'll come back to this after this week. And
You
see
go
who
first,
was
Zay.
right.
We'll go like bottom to top.
Okay, Zay, you go first. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Joe Burrow will be the best quarterback in the league in 3 years or less.
Ooh.
From a
Okay.
Browns
Oh,
fan.
I like that. Kieran,
From around
3, 2, 1, go.
Cooper Cup's not a top 8 wide receiver.
Spit.
You knew that was coming.
Okay, Cheesy, go.
Drew Brees is not on the level of Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady.
Okay, I agree with you. I
It's
don't,
not really a hot take.
all right, Tunji, go ahead.
When it's all said and done, I think Garrett Wilson will by far be the best receiver in this draft.
Oh, heck no.
Oh,
All right, round up, go.
Every team that wins in the AFC in the wild card round will win by 10 plus points. Bengals, Chiefs, and Bills.
I like that. Okay, RJ, go ahead.
Kyler Murray will combine for over 400 yards and 5 touchdowns this game.
Oh my
Oh,
god, jeez,
Oh
bro,
my
that's
gosh.
insane.
Remember,
Okay,
this. Remember when this clip is on TikTok and I'm being
Okay,
praised
all
as
right.
a prophet.
okay.
Yeah, Prophet will love it.
Oh,
Oh my God.
all right, and here's my take. Okay, all of my score predictions will be right. The Bengals are going to win by over
Oh
30
my
points.
God.
The Bengals are going to win by over 30 points. Derek Carr is not going to throw a single touchdown, and Almond Joy is the best candy to ever use. And it's not
Yes!
close.
Yes, Almond Joys.
No.
That was
Everything.
the
Boy is
most
literally the
god awful
Cooper
list I've
Kupp.
ever
I'm
seen
not
in
gonna
my life.
lie. I'm not gonna lie. We all had takes, and that was just a St. Jude of a take, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. That was like an insane take, bro.
All right.
Hey.
Well, guys, I appreciate RJ, Roundup, Tunji, Cheesy, Kieran, Zay. Thanks for coming on. We're gonna be doing this multiple times a week. We'll go ahead and talk about some other stuff next time we are on the show. It'll be tomorrow. I'll be on here. Whoever else is on me can join me. We'll talk about some all pros. We'll talk about Kirk Cousins, and I'll let you guys bring up one of the things you guys want to bring up, and we'll talk about whatever. We could even do it after or even before the games and give some like last minute predictions for that as well.
So I'll be at work, so I wouldn't be able to do anything before.
Okay.
But if you're still
No,
on, when I get after.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
just
we'll
text me
we'll
the group
figure
message
we'll figure it out in the
as
group chat. But yeah, if you guys are watching on YouTube, make sure you guys subscribe.
Make
We
sure you guys
appreciate
like
you
the video.
guys.
There's 27 people in here. There should be 27 likes on the video. Drop
Yeah.
that real quick. It don't
Yeah.
take nothing but 1 second.
It literally takes
Yes,
2
sir.
seconds. We're gonna be live multiple times a week, so we appreciate you guys coming to hang out. If you're not following all of our TikToks, you should follow all of our TikToks right now.
Yes,
So
sir.
yeah,
Yep.
let's do that. All right. Well, I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and end the broadcast, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace, guys.